Does someone have to go get their bachelor's and then a master's in order to pursue this field?
No, I am very much in a small minority of people who have done that. There's people who have like got their registered dietitian, some like doctors. Those are like one step above me. Those are all very, very small minority. Most people, I would say, in the coaching field are professionals from a different field who got their certification. In a quote unquote good sense, these are people who maybe have had their own fitness transformation, and then they got really motivated and empowered to do that and inspire others. And then they got maybe a handful of certs, 1 or 2 certs underneath them, and absorbed a lot of content through books, YouTube, etc. And then they wanted to apply that to other people. That's pretty general for most people. There's people who have always been fit, and they barely finished high school, and then they did a online certification, and then now they're working as a personal trainer at your big box gym. Those are your V-shred, like lower scale coaches. Not to overgeneralize, I'm sure there's a lot of coaches that have been able to work up the ladders from there, but there's a lot of people who start off saying, if you want to look like me, you have to do what I do, and that is like the bottom of the barrel as far as like coaching. And I think a lot of people kind of start there at a certain point and then build from there, but a lot of people stay there. And so I would say, as far as an education barrier, if this is a path that you want to go as specifically health and fitness, I would say absorb as much stuff as you can online. Start learning what the difference is between what's real, what's cherry-picked, and what's misinformation. And then being able to learn the ropes and build a strong base foundation of knowledge, because you're going to, if you want to serve other people, they are going to ask you questions that are not pertaining to you, it's pertaining to them. And then getting a certification or two wouldn't be terrible, but there's a lot of bad certifications out there, and a lot of them aren't worth it because they're very expensive and they don't teach you anything to where you could just learn. You just really do it to put the numbers or the letters at the end of your alphabet or end of your name. I call it alphabet soup at the end of your name.
Yeah. So how do you navigate the playing field as far as good information and bad information? What's your litmus test?
A little bit of overexposure. So really just absorbing it all and then seeing where kind of places overlap. And finding a few people in the field. Like I listen to Dr. Elaine Norton, Dr. Spencer Nadolsky, and Mike Israetel. Those are 3 like really good doctors. All 3 of them are doctors in the field that really teach you science-based. Then you have other people in the field that will cherry pick data to say, see, carbs are bad. Processed sugars are what's killing us. Seed oils are the death of America or whatever, which is not all true. Do we eat more processed foods than we should? Absolutely. Nobody's arguing that. But nobody who is science-based is arguing that seed oils specifically are what's causing the obesity epidemic. And then people preach that. And so being able to kind of find voices that are science-based, middle of the road helps. And then also learning to read science literature, if that's the route you want it to go, which again is kind of increasing barrier to entry. And I don't want to gatekeep people by saying you need to learn how to read scientific literature because it's so boring. And I did a lot of that in grad school, and I don't want to do it ever again. But being able to lean into people who do that helps. Greg Nuckols is another good one.
So one of the questions I like to ask people when it comes to a service-based business where it's very client-centric, what is your strategy when it comes to lead generation? Because without enough leads in the funnel, that's really where businesses just deflate.
Yeah.
What has been working for you?
Yeah, so I've tried it all. And so right now, my current funnel, actually which you kind of fell into, is I have top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, or tofu, mofu, bofu. And so my top of funnel is, so all my leads are through Instagram. And so my top of funnel are 1 or 2 or 3 boosted organic posts. So posts that I made organically that performed well. I would then boost them with a goal of profile visits. And people see that, visit my profile. They say, hey, this guy's kind of interesting. Hit me with a follow. Then we DM them saying, hey, name, thanks for the follow, blah, blah, blah. Just having casual conversation, getting to know them a little bit better, and getting to know based on their fitness goals and stuff like that, if they're a good fit, potentially maybe hop on a call then we do a 2-call close, go that route. If they're not, if they're doing their own thing, if they're feeling good, they're not interested, we just keep having casual conversation with them and part ways as friends type of thing. Just kind of keep top of mind marketing there. Then middle of funnel is we have 1 ad right now going, but normally it's between 1 and 3 ads of a freebie. And I pointed them out. I have 3 free ebooks that I give out. I have 2 right there that I printed off. And so they will be freebies, like a starter kit ebook, cooking and shopping guide. I have a sleep guide, working on a back pain guide. And so these are actual value that you're getting. And then we nurture them through the DMs in a very similar way, give them the free ebook, and then talk about their goals, and then try to schedule a call. Bottom of funnel is more of a direct offer. Those are the posts that you see. I'm looking for 5 avatar who want to achieve result without pain point. DM me word to learn more. And I have 1 or 2 of those going. Probably going to do another one, and then I want one for Black Friday going. Oh, I have one for Black Friday going. And those generate the warmest leads because, again, they're bottom of funnel. It's a direct offer. I'm specifically calling out people who want to achieve this result. And we nurture them through the DMs, hop on a call, go through that same process. And so that is pretty much it. It's ads through Instagram. Most of the ads, the boosted posts are like feed posts, and then the other ones are story ads. So they're only seen on stories, and then nurtured through the DMs. That's the sales process.
Is that something that is unique, you'd say, to your industry, that strategy? Or is this something that you see work with other service-based businesses?
I know it's not unique to online coaching as far as health and fitness coaching, but I would say it's very common among health and fitness coaches. Instagram is like a really good spot to get warm leads, apparently. And I have seen it in business coaching. I get a lot of people who want to do like copywriting and a lot of people that see I have ads and then they say, hey, maybe I can do your copywriting. I'm like, you have 3 followers and no profile picture. And so I would say probably any service-based industry could benefit from that. And I would argue that brick and mortar could benefit from it, with just localizing it to a square mileage target. I know a lot of local game stores that suck at online, like an online presence. Like, I mean, just in general, not necessarily like the marketing side of things, but their last post was a 1.5 years ago. I'm like, are you even open? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So they could definitely benefit from having that online presence.
It can help or it can hurt if you have it. Just it's how you go about it.
Yeah. Just producing good content. That's not always saying, hey, we just got this in, this is $30. It's making videos, doing like a quick reel of, Friday Night Magic or Saturday Night D&D, just like a quick B-roll reel, just showing that there is like actual business going on inside the building where people are going and showing up, and you want people to feel like they want to be a part of that culture. And that's where I think a lot of businesses, especially local game stores, falter, is they use their online their social media, their online presence as an announcement page. Hey, we just got this new book in. Hey, we just got, the next Magic set. Hey, we just got the next Pokemon set. And it's like, cool. Those are all things that we probably already knew, right? Like, there's not going to be a local game store that deals in Magic that doesn't get the next set, right? And so there's ways to tweak and change it to still get that message out, but then also show that, hey, this is actually a community that we're building. And I think that part is where a lot of local game stores need to tune it up.
What about your business? Do you have any plans of moving into like a brick and mortar kind of setting, or does it just make more sense to pursue the online model?
I think it would. This is a question I've tossed around a lot. I don't think doing brick and mortar would be wise because I serve clients all over the world. And so if I said, hey, I'm opening this nerdy gym in Michigan where I live, then that's not going to serve hardly anybody that's in my market or in my community, so to speak. And so I've seen other gyms that are like nerdy-esque gyms where they have like the big foam D20s and they throw it, and that figures out like that dictates what workout they do or how many reps or whatever it is. And that's all like fun and fine and dandy, but I can do that through a PDF, right? Like I have these workout encounters that's essentially a roll table. You're fighting this creature, this monster, whatever it is, and you have to roll to figure out what exercises you do and how many points of damage it does, and you keep rolling until you do enough. Like I can do that in a PDF. I don't need to set up an entire gym to do that, right? And so, although I do obviously lose the in-person community aspect of it, there's ways to supplement that that is significantly cheaper than a brick and mortar store.